Running through my head, running through my head, running through my head. 20 token, all the things she said, running through my head, running through my head. This is not enough. 24th December, Merry Christmas Eve, Merry Christmas. Today we're doing a little mukbang. We're about to go see my father for food. But my father's like, oh, ain't you gain some weight, so we're going to be serving you a small portion. So we're preemptively striking the diet plan as a master plan versus yours truly. We're eating IGA ready to eat sandwiches. I don't know what you're saying. Ink, there's a couple of sandwiches missing. Oh, there's actually a half a box missing. There's another mukbang that I thought I uploaded, but I didn't. And the footage doesn't exist, so I'm gonna have to do a it's gonna be a quick mukbang. It's gonna be a very, very quick mukbang. I've lost my life. Just gonna be fun. So we're having ready to eat. We have 3 different sandwiches. We have the little ham. We have the egg salad. We have the tuna melt, right? Which is awesome. No. And this is tuna melt. Okay. Eggs and tuna melt. Today we're gonna be having a short mukbang. And be a very, very sweet subject. And ultimately speaking, I'm very lucky. So without further ado, I'm kind of in a rush, not too much, but a little bit. So we're gonna be having the egg salad first. Mmm. I grew up on that shit. See, I often say, I grew up on ham, on chicken, on I grew up on a lot of products that were homemade. My mom being Egyptian, a lot of the food that she was cooking was extremely, not necessarily spicy, but extremely flavorful. I prefer blend food. And why me do this often? And this is the shit, dude. Egg salad, amazing. A ham. Ham is very weird. I mean, the piece of ham that they grinded. Creating little nibbles of ham. And delicious. And the tuna melt, not my favorite, but still very good. Now, let's get the bread. We got filling versus bread. Now, the subject of the mukbang, right, is spending Christmas alone. Ham, baby. Salty, meaty, delicious. Egg, a bit more creepy. Eggs with a bit of maybe chive, green onion. I don't know, but very good. But this is better. So see in the apartment, looking at me, tell me, what do you think? Yes, I've lost my mind. Trying to talk. Being an apartment, I give me a lot of freedom, right? But also, I've given my father, my mom, a lot of freedom. So they'll have most of the group of friends, parties. And they know that I'm not interested, so sometimes I'm not invited. There's a lot of time where I decided on my own to spend Christmas alone, right? And it's a tough thing to spend Christmas alone. If you're lucky like me, as a kid you spend a lot of time alone. Because your parents were working. Because you're the man of the house at 6 years old. But Christmas is special. Because celebration. It's a party celebration. When have you heard of Valentine party for your office? When have you heard of a Easter party for your job? My Christmas party. See? I remember spending some Christmas alone. The best thing is I remember spending some New Year's alone. And that New Year's was phenomenal for a couple of reasons. I remember reading Game of Thrones. Christmas hit, I would go to the bathroom, go to the mirror and say, Happy New Year. See, it's self-sufficient. And of course, you get used to spending Christmas with your friends, with your family. And when you don't, it's hard, you know? But you get used to it. And like, you know what? We must make efforts for next year. Not take Christmas alone. And it's also about I need to love yourself, you know? It's easy to love yourself on any given Sunday. But loving yourself on a day about family, about giving, about receiving, it's harder, you know? And yeah. So ultimately speaking, this is it. But at the same time, it's very telling. It's very, I think something that you should go through, right? See, I think a lot of us, if not all of us, a majority of us, as forgiving the spirit of Halloween. And again, I'm not putting people, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I said Halloween, Christmas. We have to play a bit of art night. Sorry, we're in a rush. We're doing it Ingrid style. I got 10 minutes left to the clock. But my eyes deserve to believe such a perfect surprise. Myself also to help. Something new. Nobody else, so you can be free. Nobody else, so you could be free. All the things she said, running through my head, running. And yeah, so, see, we're talking about spending time with family. We talked a lot about, I wish I wasn't with somebody today or tomorrow, right? And we're going to my father's house, so I'm very lucky. But at the same time, I think this Christmas in particular this Christmas, I think it's a blessing because it's nuts to say, right? You guys know I've been making content for 3 years, and 3 years seems like a huge amount of time, like a huge amount of time, but it's not. The first year for Christmas, you know what I did? As a content creator, I did a face reveal. I did a face reveal. The second years, I was making content, but somebody at work gave me the virus, the C virus, right? And I wasn't making content this year, right? And ultimately speaking, this year was hard because this was the first year we got some trolls. I'm not complaining. I'm just stating fact, right? We got some trolls. We received some hate, right? And it's not a success because if you look at this year in particular, right? And again, I know it's a Christmas video. I'm not talking about success. I'm not talking about statistic. But we have internal growth, right? And I'm very, very happy that this happened. But ultimately speaking, the pro we had, I see you foresee you that came in with a sweetest message. We had DC that came in. I had so many people tell me a Merry Christmas, right? People that I met through internet, people complete stranger. And like, holy shit, they thought about me, right? And it's a blessing. It's truly a blessing because it's not necessarily, who told you Merry Christmas? But it's about the people that took the time out of their day to tell you Merry Christmas. The comments that I had, right? And it's a blessing. I'm extremely, extremely thankful, right? I'm in a good place. I'm in a really good place, and that means something. It might not mean much, but it means something. And yeah, Yeah, that's pretty much it. So once again, don't be. I know spending Christmas alone is hard. See, I'm gonna finish there the video, but I talk about an example, right? I'm not gonna name the person, but I was looking at a person on social media, right? And I never. So it's complicated. I never really care about the content creator before I became a content creator myself, right? And then the 2 last years were more so work. Holy shit, when I have one left. The 2 last year were more so me making content than me watching content. But this year I started watching content a lot, and I saw a person that is super close to me in age. We're coming from the same place, right? He's from my city. Anyways, he made a video, and he was making videos since I want to say the 10th December, 11th December, how he was going to spend Christmas alone and how hard it was for him. And it builds a person to spend Christmas alone. Now, again, I'm not complaining. I don't think there's anything wrong with spending Christmas alone, but it does shape you. And you see, the whole reason why I'm talking about this, ooh, Senor Operator. That's nice. That's nice. That's super nice. See, people will say, oh, you're trying to get some sympathy. You're trying to play victim. No, but whenever you hear me talk about the apartment, you hear me talk about how it completely changed who I was, completely changed the person that's in front of you. I learned so much via being on my own, via being faced with the world, right? And Christmas one of those days, one of those formative days. So, yeah, no matter what, I wish you a Merry Christmas. If you're alone, and only if you're alone, you're not alone being alone on Christmas. So that could be something that helps you deal with the situation. But ultimately speaking, there's nothing wrong with that. And ultimately speaking, not because you're spending Christmas alone that you're gonna tell your neighbors, your loved one that you love them. This morning, I went to knock at on my neighbor's house, and they were like, "Oh," and look at me like it was weird, but it's fucking Christmas, right? So yeah. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.